6. Lock in your tickets to the biggest games of the year under one affordable bundle, the Family Flex Plan, at fightingillini.com.
Your next adventure starts right here. And now you have even more ways to get there. Fly Champaign-Urbana and skip the long drive to bigger airports. With American Airlines and soon nonstop flights from United, you can connect through Chicago O'Hare and Dallas to coastlines, cruises, and global escapes. With connections to hundreds of destinations, from here, the world is within reach. Book now. Fly Champaign-Urbana Willard Airport. Because the best trips start closer to home.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Forcing the company to take down the products just days after their release. The Trump administration has raised cybersecurity concerns with the AI models. Another company, OpenAI, is restricting the release of its new AI product at the request of the Trump administration. President Trump signed an executive order last month establishing a framework for the federal government to check advanced AI systems for national security concerns.
Fox's Jared Halpern in Washington. Before traveling earlier today, the president denying personal involvement in his investments, answering questions from reporters.
Well, I've made a lot of money before I became president, and they invest my money, and I don't talk to them. I don't even speak to them. So I have many people, I don't know what they call it, closed accounts or something. You put your money in, and that's it.
This after a financial filing showing he made nearly $1.2 billion from cryptocurrency businesses. Some Democrats in Congress have previously called for investigations. The Dow fluctuating just before the bell, closing down 12 points. America's listening to Fox News.
Point!
Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down.
Ace!
You're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at Metamucil.com.
So Ryan and I came to the decision to get life insurance when I was pregnant with our first son. He really wanted us to be taken care of if something happened to him. He provided for our family in life and also after his death. I think that would make him proud. Ethos makes it fast and easy to get life insurance. Apply in minutes and get same day coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Extra tight security for America 250 celebrations in New York.
July 4th fireworks, the World Cup, and a massive parade of ships are happening in and around New York City. And Mayor Zoran Mamdani says steps are being taken to keep people safe.
We continue to operate in a heightened threat environment. At this time, there are no specific and credible threats, and we are taking every possible precaution.
NYPD Commissioner Jessica Tisch says there will be a heavy police presence along the waterfronts for the Sail Forth 250 parade of tall ships.
There will be heavy weapons teams, K-9 units, and thousands of uniformed officers. Aviation, harbor, and our counter-drone teams will also be deployed.
Sail Forth 250 events run through next Wednesday. In New York City, Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
Multiple states also dealing with extreme heat from the Midwest to the East. There's also tight security planned around Madison Square Garden, where a source now tells the Associated Press Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce will celebrate their wedding on Friday. The couple not confirming their plans. Most air travelers try to avoid layovers, but waiting for a connecting flight in Vegas turned out to be time well spent for one lucky person.
Airport officials say a passenger identified only as Anthony was at Harry Reid International Airport Sunday when he slipped just $10 into a Wheel of Fortune slot machine near the Sea Gates and hit a $3.3 million jackpot. The airport is famous for having hundreds of slot machines scattered throughout its terminals, giving travelers one last chance to gamble before leaving town. This ranks among the biggest airport slot payouts ever. Suddenly, that extra hour between flights doesn't sound like such a bad deal. Matt Murphy, Fox News.
Recapping stocks, July gets off to a mixed start and then stocks finish lower. The Dow dropping 13 points. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
Two up for the Cardinals. Nelson Velasquez.
Swing and a fly ball belted. Center field. That one's headed for Chattahoochee Falls. A long home run. Nelson Velasquez ties this game. Bombs away in Atlanta, GA. We're in the fourth, tied at 1.
Pitch to Nathan Church is outside for a ball.
I'd like to see him hit one steeple high.
Again, he's been good against lefties.
Swing and a shot. That's hammered to right. That ball is gone. A 3-run homer. Oh, the Cardinals pouring it on in the fourth.
Ground ball rate for Baldwin since he came back.
Poke to the left side. Mason's there. Loads up, and the Cardinals win it. 5-3, your final. What a way to wrap up the month of June.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Welcome in on a hot, steamy Wednesday. Whew. I'm sweaty. It was a good drive in. I'm Evan Stone. Curtis Allen in Vermont. I bet it's not as sweaty in Vermont right now.
I don't think so.
I don't know if anybody's ever sweat in Vermont before, but he's up there getting his creamies, whatever that means. And so today I'm in studio. Pierce the Fierce in studio with us. And here we go on a hot Wednesday. And as you just heard, boy, the Cardinals had one last night.
They did, and I was not going to lie, did get a little dicey at the end. You know, Ryan Fernandez came in, and he couldn't really get his slider to what he needed it to be. But at the end of the day, you know, a win's a win. There's no such thing as an ugly win.
No such thing as an ugly win, because a win is a win. I like that. Yeah, the Cardinals have that. You just heard it, courtesy of wherever Pierce pulled that from. Big 4-run fourth inning, thanks to a 3-run shot by Nathan Church. Liberator picks up the win. He's 4-5 on the year. He goes 5 innings, really good 5 innings. Only allowed 1 hit. He had 4 walks, but 9 strikeouts. You get the Nathan Church home run, but you also get a home run from former Cub, Nelson Velasquez. Riley O'Brien comes in, earns his 21st save this year, which is tied for second in the majors as of the time that I wrote down that stat. I don't know what's happened today. Cardinals now 44-38. They're still 7.5 back from the Brewers, but firmly placed in a wild card spot with a 2-game lead. You now sit 33 days until the trade deadline. Pierce, let me go ahead and ask you, has anything changed?
I will say I have gotten a lot more nervous about the offense because they've been really kind of reeling these past week or so.
Okay.
You know, you have the game, you have the series with the Diamondbacks, you have the series with the Marlins, where both those series, your offense doesn't really look that good. Your pitching is trying everything it can, but, you know, you can't wait until the 9th inning to try to score all your runs. And then I see them, 4 runs in the 4th, against the Braves. And I'm just thinking, do the Cardinals just hate playing at home?
Okay, yeah, so you were looking up because it feels like, and as soon as you said it, I was like, yeah, you might be right. It really feels like the Cardinals like playing on the road.
Yeah.
More so than at Busch. What does that mean?
So I looked it up, and this could be because the Busch Stadium is a very pitcher-friendly stadium. If you ask anybody that's played there, it's very hard to hit home runs there.
Okay.
There's a lot of foul territory. It's a decent-sized ballpark. But so when I looked it up, the Cardinals have played 44 games at the homestand. They're 23-21. During that time, they have scored 165 runs, with 158 of them being runs batted in. As for away, they are 21-17, so they have a slightly better record, and they've played only 38 games. Get this: in that time, they have batted in 197 runs. And they have scored 202 runs. So both of them are over 40 more runs in both categories on the road versus at home.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, it's It's crazy. I can't explain it for some reason. If you look at pretty much all their stats, they're like, for some reason, just better on the road. And that could be, ballpark differences. Maybe on the road they just have a better, warm-up and their players just feel more loose. Like, there's different explanations, but it's just, you got to look at the stats and be like, yeah, they're just way better at home or on the road. And this is kind of interesting because it now makes you question, like, if you do get into playoffs, like, do you want to play at home or do you want to play away?
Yeah, I think matchups almost, when you get to the playoffs, I really do think matchups are maybe more of a thing in a 7-game series than home field advantage or whatever.
Easily.
Especially in baseball, because you're right. You could go to some fields and that's a much, you look at playing, obviously they're not going to be in the playoffs, but you look at going to Colorado, It's like, heck yeah. If the Athletics and they're if they were like, let's play in Vegas, it's like, yeah, let's go hit some home runs there. But whose offense is not struggling right now?
The Cubs.
That would be the Chicago Cubs.
They are insane right now.
Woo, as last night, they take another one from the Padres, 9-7. Matthew Boyd picks up the win. He's 3-1 on the season. He also went, same as Liberatore, went 5 innings, but it was a very different 5 innings. He allowed 8 hits, 3 earned runs, and only 2 strikeouts, but he really limited the damage for the Padres. Got out of all the sticky situations he found himself in. Javier Assad comes in and pitches a couple innings and really falls apart at the end. Gives up 4 runs in the 8th inning. Cubs did that thing where they jump out to a lead and then they make it real nervy coming down the stretch. But Tyler Ferguson comes in for the Cubs. I'm really impressed with him. He's a big dude. And he throws the ball hard. PCA killing it once again. Offense killing it once again. Dansby last night, 2 home runs. He was 3 for 4 on the night. His last 7 days, not including the game where they're dominating right now. Last 7 days, he's got 10 hits, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs. That'll do.
Oh, it'll do.
When he's looked like the last couple, months, he doesn't even know what a baseball is. If you go back to June 17th, I kind of had you efforting this a little bit. If you go back to June 17th, the Cubs have scored. These are their games in order. 8 runs, 16 runs, 6 runs, 9, 10, 10, 4, 2, 8, 4, 3, 9. And as we sit today, they are currently in the 6th inning, beating the Padres 13-2. Now, and you want to talk about a hitter's ballpark versus a pitcher's ballpark. Wrigley can be either. And right now in Wrigley, it is hot and the wind is blowing out. There's been, last I checked, 6 home runs that were hit in the 6th inning so far between the two teams. So that's that. Lindy's got a good question on the text line. So if pitcher friendly, why isn't pitching numbers considerably better at home?
I looked it up, actually.
Okay.
I just looked
Do
this
tell.
up.
Do
Okay.
tell.
When it comes to home versus away for the Cardinals in terms of pitching, they do have a better ERA. So away, their ERA is 4.63. At home, their ERA is 3.93.
Okay.
So that's a decently considerable margin when it comes to ERA. In terms of OPS, at home, it's 740. Away, it's 762. So I do think if you look at these stats, you can say, yes, it is a pitcher-friendly stadium. Plus, if you ask any MLB player, especially, anybody that plays at Busch a lot, anybody, that is around the game of baseball, they will tell you that Busch Stadium is a pitcher-friendly ballpark. And, I mean, it's just insane kind of if you look at the numbers and you can kind of see, the differences when it comes to the stats, home versus away. It seems like both offenses just tend to struggle at Busch Stadium, and then if you get away, the offenses just get better.
So really, both improve. So pitching does improve at home. It's just the offense way more at home.
We suck.
Pretty much, yeah.
So that's that. I don't know. That is interesting. It's a fascinating conversation to have because, the Cardinals go down to Atlanta. And I will be honest, if we I had a note over there. If we look around the majors right now, Atlanta does seem to be on a bit of a skid, but that's still a great win. Like, still to go into Atlanta, they've lost 3 in a row. They're on a 3-game losing streak right now. The Braves are 3-7 in their last 10. So it's still nothing to sneeze at going into Atlanta. Still one of the best teams in baseball. And if you can, win one more, grab a series in Atlanta, you're really looking at that wild card with, like I said, 33 days until the trade deadline.
Yeah, the Cardinals have definitely defied expectations. Also with that win, that still means that you haven't ended a month under 500 with an under 500 record because they ended up going 13-12 in the month of June. If they would have lost that game, they would have gone 12-13. So, even just small victories, right? If you're like, hey, at least we finished the month over 500 with our monthly record. So, even if a team's on a skid, a win's a win. It doesn't matter if you're facing the Colorado Rockies and you destroy them, or if you're facing, the Dodgers and you barely beat them. Like, a win's a win. All anyone's ever going to see is, hey, that's added to the win column. Yeah. So at the end of the day, that's what you're looking for. And if a team's on a skid, you just got to take advantage of that.
Well, when we look around the majors right now, there's a couple of fascinating things going on. The Yankees have lost 6 games in a row. They're 2-8 in their last 10. Now, it does look like they're in the bottom of the 10th against Detroit right now. 2 outs, and they've got men on second and third. So they're trying to end that streak right now. But because of that, they've given the AL East back to Tampa. Tampa now has the lead there. The White Sox right now, they're still rolling. They still have a 2-game lead in the AL Central. They're 45-39, although 45-40, I think they lost earlier today.
They did lose today to the Orioles, but the White Sox been looking really good. They seem like a very boom or bust team right now because, one game they'll be scoring 13 runs, and then the next game they'll score 1. Like, they seem very much like they're either going off and doing amazing, or they're just not going to be able to, do anything. Yeah, and just to update you, the Yankees did not score, so we will go to the 11th inning there. Then the Dodgers right now are inevitable. They still with the best record in baseball. They're 56-30. Only 2 teams right now have 50 wins on the season, and it's the Dodgers and the Brewers. Because the Cubs right now, are they at 48? Which they are. Hey, they just hit another home run. Conforto just hit his second home run to left center. 15-2 right now, as I think the Padres have quit. So this will put the Cubs at 49 wins. So the only 2 teams at 50 wins so far this year, the Dodgers, who are just running away with everything, and then the Milwaukee Brewers, because you want to talk about being inevitable. It's the Brewers, apparently. They're just really good. What can I say? I hate it, but, it's going to be interesting because, obviously the Cardinals do have a 5-game series coming up with them. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that goes. As, like I've said before, they pretty much get, an early NLDS versus the Brewers. How many times do you get a 5-game series during the regular season?
Right.
So I feel like this would just be a big opportunity for the Cardinals. If you can win the series, potentially get back in it. But the main thing that you're looking for now is the wild card.
Yeah. Which I think, obviously, if you're asking Cardinals fans, if I was to tell you in March, hey, the Cardinals are going to go to the wild card, are you shocked? Are you, okay, yeah,
No, I knew the entire time. You know how it is.
Right.
But no, I probably would have been shocked because if you ask any Cardinals fans at the beginning of the year, they're just I just want to see bits and pieces. If you were to ask Cardinals fans give a checklist, they're I just want to see Ivan or JJ Weatherholt win Rookie of the Year. I just want to see the offense show a little bit of life. and I just want to at least win some games. Not at least
Right.
win more than, because this team was being talked about as possibly like winning less than 60 games. So like, you're just like, I just want to potentially, I don't know, maybe win over 70. And the Cardinals are now in a pretty good spot to at least get over that hump.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good so far. Great show today. We are going to talk a little bit more Cards Cubs a little bit later as we look forward to this 4th of July series this weekend up at Wrigley. Coming up here next, we've got friend of the show, Ravi Lula from Hurrdat Sports is going to call in. We're going to talk about, I don't know. We didn't decide, but we're going to talk some sports. And then, Pierce, you have a chance today to redeem yourself. We're gonna look for some redemption as Monday did not. Would you say it ended well for you?
I don't know. I wouldn't say it was the best for me.
I wouldn't say it was the best for me. As we are going to play our next round of Name That Thing.
Name that thing.
So it's not going to be thing. I'm going to tell you later what we're naming.
All right.
But we did name that coach on Monday, and I think you were wishing afterwards we had not played that game.
I'm just happy I somehow got the USA men's national team coach.
Hey, you pulled that rabbit out of the hat. But we're going to come back to this a little bit later today, give you some redemption. But when we come back, Ravi Lula from Hurrdat Sports, it is The Drive.
Hey, we're looking for a couple of really professional drivers that know the ropes and would like to get a home where they're treated with respect, getting home every weekend, making a good wage, and doing the right thing safely. Yeah.
Awesome. 2 people. All right. And how would they connect with you for that?
They can get me at timo@gftlog.com or 765-793-7131 extension 4, or even my cell phone right now, 765-505-1295.
And then for dedicated diesel off Route 45 on Triumph Drive, as you're driving toward Rancho Bay on the left-hand side, you'll find dedicated diesel. What do you offer there?
Hey, we've got a couple of good mechanics in, trailer mechanic and tractor mechanic right now. We're doing DOT annual inspections, trailer repair, truck repair, just whatever you need, we can take care of.
Wow, that's really nice to know, because, we have to drive into some other cities. Not convenient. You can't get all that done here in Urbana at dedicated diesel.
Racing, racing, racing. Come on out to Farmer City Raceway every Friday night to watch Racing Under the Lights. Gates open at 4 p.m., hot lap 6:30, qualifying 7, and racing at 7:30. On Friday, on the track and under the lights, you'll see Farmer City's Lucas Oil late models, $2,000 modifieds, and kids mods. General admission for veterans is $10, adults is $15, and kids 12 and under are free. Friday night lights at Farmer City Raceway. You'll buy the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
Everyone knows that when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 for PDR Automotive. But did you also know that if you don't have a key and you need it to run, call 367-9481. PDR now performs key cutting with programming. PDR also performs module cloning. Cloning makes that module plug and play, in many cases allowing you to utilize a used module where a new module is no longer available or very expensive. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
This week, it's the one sale pet lovers can't afford to miss. The Pet-tastic Flooring Event at Carpet Weaver's Flooring and Furniture Gallery. First, get a free labor credit on every carpet and floor. Get a $50 labor credit for every 100 feet you buy. Plus, get up to a $1,000 rebate on select Shaw floors, including the Pet Perfect carpet and flooring collections. Ask how you can get free accessories or area rugs with your furniture purchase, and buy it all with 2 years financing. The Pet-tastic Flooring Event is going on now at Carpet Weaver's Flooring and Furniture Gallery.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow right here in Champaign-Urbana can switch you over so you can start saving today. Kurt and his team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. It's easy to switch and save. Just give them a call when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Welcome back. It's The Drive. Evan Stone here. Curtis Allen on vacation, getting some creamies. And Pierce the Fierce in studio right now. And oh my goodness, goal! As Senegal takes the 1-0 lead over Belgium. And you might be thinking, why do we care about Senegal? Why do we care about Belgium? Because the winner of the USA game tonight plays the winner of this game. And as much as I would like some Belgium revenge, I think Senegal's not nearly as good of a team as Belgium. So this would be a little bit of an upset as Senegal takes the 1-0 lead in the 25th minute.
We've had some upsets in the World Cup already.
Listen, we were going to do this later. I'll do it right now. England today they struggled with the Democratic Republic of Congo. Congo almost took down England. England needed an 84th minute goal from Harry Kane, the best striker in the world, but it was a beautiful goal. But it took like a late goal from them to take the lead, and I just think it's my gosh, that was this tournament's been crazy. Couple of snooze fests last night with Mexico knocking out Ecuador 2-0. Which, did you see scenes in Mexico City when, oh my gosh, it was insane. It was insane. And then there was, France? They won 3-0, I think. There was another kind of a boring game before that one. But yeah, there's been crazy games.
Can I just say one thing I do hate, though? I hate whenever, countries come back. I understand the World Cup is really big, right? I understand it's really important to some countries.
Right.
But I hate when, teams come back and then, they just get, shunned and booed. Their, citizens will just boo them as they're, walking back from the airport. I understand, you have expectations and there's, it's very important. But it's man, I would just hate to be one of those players.
That happens in professional sports here.
Yeah.
I feel like if a team struggles or whatever and they have a bad loss, they got to kind of sneak out of the hotel. But yeah, the South Korean team, they didn't make it out of the group stage, which was a huge upset. And they it happened because they didn't play really to win the games that they had in front of them. They thought they could beat a team easily, and so they rested a bunch of their starters, and then they didn't win the game. And the coach had to quit before he resigned, before they even went back to Korea. The president of Korea was asking for his resignation. They had to secretly leave. They kept it private of when the plane was taken off, of when it was going to land back in Seoul, when all this stuff. So, it's a big deal. We got a 217 texter right now. Maximum City Recycling text line 217-359-2255. USMNT, baby. I always, as big of a soccer fan as I am, I'm always going to read that as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't know why. It just always does that. They said, I'm sorry to be that guy, but man, I wonder if Europeans realize how many professional sports we play here. Imagine if 90% of athletes trained in soccer from 5 years old. Yeah. England doesn't even really play baseball at all. Baseball is really small, no American football. Nearly all their athletes go to soccer.
Yeah, how do you feel about that argument? Because, it's something I hear a lot from Americans, and then people who are non-Americans are like, oh, no, you guys wouldn't be that great, even if you had all your professional athletes, going towards soccer.
That's just naive.
Yeah.
Because we do. If you think about, and we've said it here a couple of times, if you put a LeBron James in soccer his whole life instead of basketball.
Oh, yeah.
My gosh, he'd be the greatest goalie in the world. Nobody would be better than he is. So I just think, right on cue, 217 texter. Imagine if LeBron never touched a basketball and soccer was the only sport he ever knew.
Yeah, and then people would be like, oh, well, they only focus on like upper body and like they're training for the wrong thing. It's like, yeah, because they're training for a whole nother sport.
Right.
You know, if they were training for like preparing for soccer and, you know, getting that type of training the entire time, oh my gosh, the Yankees are completely falling apart right now. Oh my gosh.
Are they going to lose this game?
It's 6-2 in
Oh
the
my
top
gosh.
of the 11.
So we're looking at a 7-game losing streak for the Yankees. Yeah, and it's not even just LeBron. Think about, you know, we've guys like, you know, Tyreek Hill or Jamar Chase, or, you know, if they just focused on soccer and you could just put them at an outside mid or something, just let them run up and down the field. Like that'd be crazy. D Rose, as 217 Texter says,
gosh.
Derrick Rose as a full-time soccer player. Like this is just it's just ridiculousness. Ty from Assumption says soccer is arguably our 5th most popular sport, and we're still a decent team. Parentheses, I think. USA, baby. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of. You asked me how I was feeling. We'll go ahead and do some World Cup here while we wait for our guy Ravi to hop on. You asked me how I was feeling tonight. The United States of America in their first knockout round game against Bosnia-Herzegovina at 7 p.m. You said, how you feeling? I said, I'm nervously confident, nervously optimistic. And that's because we've seen so many teams struggle so far. There is no doubt in my mind that the U.S. is a vastly superior team to Bosnia. But at the same time, we've seen some of these elite teams. Germany goes out to Paraguay. We see England struggling with Congo. We see, you know, Belgium right now losing to Senegal. A lot of this has been happening throughout these knockout stages, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous.
I mean, that's kind of the thing when it comes to like knockout stages. Is it's like the playoffs, right? All you have to have is one bad game, and your tournament's over. So like, it's always, you know, especially because look, I'm always a fan of a team who can never just win dominantly, you know, like Cardinals. They're called the Cardiac Cardinals for a reason. You know, Seahawks for most of their history has always been like a very close team. And it feels, I always get that feeling in my stomach whenever one of my team plays, and it's just going to be very nerve-wracking. You know, I'm very nervous about tonight, but I'm also very excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And we've had a few people text in who have said, I've never really watched soccer before, but I'm going to watch tonight. And that's why another reason I'm nervous is because you've got such an opportunity right now to grab so many people who do not care about this sport, but as Americans, we sure do care about winning.
It's kind of like with the Winter Olympics and hockey, you know, like it was just like, you know, people are like, oh, now people are like, oh yeah, like I love hockey, like. So I think that's gonna be like soccer has a huge chance to get like a huge fan base. I did want to ask you one question. So how do you feel about the U.S.? You know, they dominate Paraguay, and then Paraguay wins over Germany in penalty kicks, and now kind of the switch up from, oh, Paraguay is not that great of a team to, oh, now Paraguay is a great team.
To now the United States are going to win the World Cup.
Yeah, like
no, I think it is just what you said. I don't think Paraguay is that good of a team, but like you just said, one game, one day, you have a bad game, you don't take it seriously enough, stuff happens. And I think that's what Germany did. I think Paraguay is an okay game. I think they're a bottom tier making it out of group stage team, which is what they were. And they played it perfectly to win that game, to go into penalties. When you go into penalties, it's the best percentage odds they had the entire game, and they took advantage of it. Matt in Sydney says, I've never watched soccer. Should I watch tonight? If the USA loses, I won't ever watch again. I'm going to tell you right now, Matt, I'm willing to take that. That gamble.
That chance.
Yeah.
That gamble.
I want you to watch tonight, and I want you to tune in to Fox or FS. It's probably Fox. As the United States of America are in San Francisco, Santa Clara, and taking on Bosnia at 7 p.m. because I think this is going to be a fun night.
I'm hoping, man. It's just, oh my gosh. I'm just hoping that they're gonna do good. I mean, like we've kind of seen, their attack has been very good. You know, beating Paraguay 4-1, beating Australia 2-0. Even their like B, C team scored 2 against Turkey. So like I think the offense definitely can do good. I think one thing we've seen from this tournament though is the insane value of having a really good goalkeeper. I feel like this tournament, especially more than ever, has shown like, you know, you have Cape Verde with their goalkeeper, you know, he's been keeping them in it. You got all the shootouts where the goalkeepers have been, you know, clutching up in moments that they really need to.
Orlando Gil. That's the Paraguay keeper, man. He was on one.
I think all this has shown is like the value of a very good goalkeeper in this game, and I think it's going to be who's the goalkeeper for the United States?
Well, so it's been kind of so in the Turkey game it was Matt Turner, but Matt Freese has been he will be the keeper tonight. And I said coming into this World Cup, if there was a position that I was nervous about, it was keeper and your back four. I feel much better now about our well, not back four, back 3/back 5, depending on what formation we're in. I feel better about really our back 3. And Turkey made me feel so much better about our back 3 because they played really well in the first 2 games. And then against Turkey, when we subbed everyone out and all the new people came in, they looked awful. And I was like, okay, we got the right guys playing. They looked good. But Matt Freese, he's given up only 1 goal so far against Paraguay. But I'm not like sold. And that's what kept Congo in with England today is their keeper stood on his head, man. Like he was awesome. He was incredible. And I feel like some of these smaller nations, they're like, we're just going to invest everything we have into goalies.
Well, even Mexico, right? I was watching that Ecuador game and like the Mexico goalie was insane. He was making insane saves, and that's what just made it to where like it looked like it wasn't a game at all.
Well, and that's what Uruguay went out because their keeper had a howler. That's what we call it in soccer, a howler, or in football, where, I mean, the ball was kicked right to him. He went down to scoop it up. It bounced right off his hands and into the goal. And we saw that in the Germany-Paraguay penalties, where the Germany goalie saved, but then it went underneath him and had some backspin on it and went into the goal. And that's a crazy, crazy moment. So, Michael in Charleston, you go from Cardinal talk to kickball analysis. When do you get to actual sports talk? LOL. Hey, you know.
I will say I do love all the memes about like we're gonna win the kickball tournament. I do love all the memes about that. You know, anytime like it's the U.S. and it's tournaments. It's always fun, bro.
Yeah. Listen, sorry, Michael from Charleston. I love America. 217 texter, that's right. He said, I thought the German goalkeeper kicked it in with his own heel. He dove and he saved it and it bounced under his body and it kind of went behind him. And then just the natural leg movement, he kicked it backwards and it knocked it right in the goal. And everyone thought, he saved it. Oh, it's still moving, which has just got to be the worst feeling ever. So yeah, I don't know. Hey, Michael from Charleston, we've met. You came in here because you won something, so I kind of know what you're about in life. I just do some of your extracurriculars and enjoy that game tonight. I know you can do that. I know it'd be fun.
I think it's also just like, you know, it's something new. You know, we're right now in what if the World Cup wasn't happening, we would be in what's called like the dead area of sports, where you're in like you're starting to get into the dog days of baseball. You know, no football summer camp's still like a month away, and then like no college sports are really happening. You really got nothing. So the fact that we have, you know, something as important as like the World Cup is just very valuable because, honestly, this has been such an insane year for sports.
Yeah. I mean, it's been so much fun, just some of the random stuff that's kind of came through in a lot of this. And the fact that anytime you get to sit down and I saw a great breakdown of all these other nations experiencing the United States of America for the first time, like all their fans. And we were laughing at some tweets a couple weeks ago, but it keeps growing and it keeps going. And honestly, to not get like super philosophical or whatever, it's been a really good breath of fresh air to see the United States of America almost through fresh eyes once again.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
We see stuff and we're just so used to it, and then you hear like I love seeing like people like try American foods, and it's like that's something like we could go and get at any moment, and these people are like, oh my goodness, like people trying ribs for the first time, or like people trying like pancakes, and they're like, wait, this is like this is one.
Did you see the Japanese fan who went to the Mexican restaurant?
Oh yeah, he was
got unlimited chips and salsa for the first time in their life.
He was like, I was defeated by kindness.
Defeated by kindness, because in the Japan culture, you don't receive a gift and then just let it go. So every time they kept bringing out chips, he's like, in my culture, it was a gift. I had to eat them. And he said I was 4 baskets down before my food even came out. Defeated by kindness.
The thing is, I've experienced the same thing. Sometimes you'll just be eating those chips and you just continue, and it's just, oh my goodness, I can't stop.
It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to see people experience the United States of America. Hey, we're going to catch a quick break. When we come back, it is the next edition of Name That Beep. It is The Drive.
Hey, we're looking for a couple of really professional drivers that know the ropes and would like to get a home where they're treated with respect, getting home every weekend, making a good wage, and doing the right thing safely. Yeah.
Awesome. 2 people. All right. And how would they connect with you for that?
They can get me at timo@gftlog.com or 765-793-7131 extension 4, or even my cell phone right now, 765-505-1295.
And then for dedicated diesel off Route 45 on Triumph Drive, as you're driving toward Rancho, you'll be on the left-hand side. You'll find dedicated diesel. What do you offer there?
Hey, we've got a couple of good mechanics in, trailer mechanic and tractor mechanic right now. We're doing DOT annual inspections, trailer repair, truck repair, just whatever you need, we can take care of.
Wow, that's really nice to know, because, we have to drive into some other cities. Not convenient. You can't get all that done here in Urbana at dedicated diesel.
BMW, Buick, GMC, Honda, and Subaru. Welcome to Sarah Champagne. We can handle all your car repairs on site, including paintless dent repair, bumpers, windshields, everything in between. We have an amazing selection of new or pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Shop from home and buy online or reserve your vehicle before it hits our website or dealership. Sarah Champagne is home of the Sarah One Price Promise, delivering an honest and transparent buying experience. Hurry in or shop online at sarahchampagne.com.
Think you have to settle for mediocre car insurance to save money? Think again. It's possible to get superior coverage and still save money with Erie Insurance. Customers who switched to Erie saved up to $951. It pays to compare. Switch and save with Erie.
Your Erie agent in Champaign is Thomas & Ellers Insurance.
Annual savings based on new customers surveyed in March 2022 who reported savings when switching auto insurance. Individual premiums and savings will vary.
Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
All right. Text line blowing up right now. Michael from Charleston, if you don't like soccer, you don't love America? Well, I don't know. We're at 4th of July weekend, and we got the red, white, and blue running out there.
Yeah.
What else am I going to talk about, all right? No, I'm just kidding. Just messing around with you. 309 texter. People shouldn't hate on this U.S. team or the sport of soccer. All these players have dedicated their lives to be some of the best in the world, and this is their showcase. The level of fitness to play an entire match is astounding, and some unknown players are now making huge names for themselves. changed their lives forever. Respect for all the athletes, but let's go USA. Hey, right now, real quick, we got a real special guest with us today. Really thankful for this special guest to be here. Got a lot of insight. This guest is my son, Asher. Asher, how we doing today?
Medium.
Medium. You know what? I like the honesty. Asher, I've got a couple questions for you. First question is this. Who is your favorite Illinois athlete of all time?
Ooh, that's hard. I actually don't know.
You're really honest, and I like that you don't make things up. I know that you've been a big Luke Altmaier fan in the past. Do you still like Luke?
A tiny bit, I guess.
He's not with us anymore, though, right? Yeah, that changes things. Asher, right now, what is your favorite video game?
The Roblox.
Roblox. What kind of games do you like to play on Roblox?
I don't know. I just see the homepage and whatever comes to my mind.
Listen, he's a simple man. Whatever it takes.
I understand. I do the same thing sometimes.
Yeah, whatever it takes. Asher, right now, do you have a favorite movie?
No.
Wait, listen. I like that. What about a favorite song?
Not really.
Well, you know, what about a favorite color?
Red and blue.
Listen, go America. Go America. Is there anything right now, careful. Keep it appropriate. What frustrates you in life right now?
How I'm not really entertained that much, and I'm in my boredom age.
You're in your boredom age.
I agree.
Wow.
I relate to him.
That's pretty good. Okay, if you had one parting message for our listeners all around the world right now, the millions upon millions of people that tune into The Drive, what would be your lasting message for them?
Go USA on the World Cup.
Let's go!
That's right.
Good job, dude. All right.
217 Texas said he should be a politician.
Hey, listen. He's too honest to be a politician. They'll never vote for him. It'll never happen. However, we do have a moment right now where we get to have a little bit of fun. And the problem right now is that here it is. Pierce, we played a game this past week.
We did.
And I feel like you were a little out of your depth.
I wasn't prepared.
You got surprised. And I think what happened was we just need to put something in your field. So this is a chance at redemption.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
I'll try.
This is Name That Wrestler.
Okay.
So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to give you a finishing move.
Okay. Oh, gosh.
And you've got to tell me who the wrestler is with that finishing move.
All right.
Are you ready, sir?
I am. I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. Here we go. We're going to start easy.
Okay.
Right? Wrestler number 1. The Stunner.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. All right.
Okay, there's 1. The Tombstone.
Tombstone pile driver. That is The Undertaker and technically Kane, because he also did it at some point.
Okay, there's 2. The Last Ride.
That is also The Undertaker.
Okay, see, we're more your speed here. We're starting easy, though.
Okay,
we're going to keep them going easy. The RKO.
That is Randall Keith Orton. Randy Orton.
Okay.
That's it. That's what some people call him as a joke. So
there we go. That's 4. Sweet Chin Music.
Shawn Michaels.
Okay. The Figure 4 Leg Lock.
That is Ric Flair, the Nature Boy.
So far, perfect. The Pedigree.
That is Triple H.
The 619.
Rey Mysterio.
I like this. Okay, the Claymore Kick.
Claymore Kick, that is Drew McIntyre.
I don't know who that is, but okay. I'm gonna assume that's correct. Okay, here we go. Maybe these will be a little bit harder.
Okay.
Okay. The Diamond Cutter.
That is Diamond Dallas Page, DDP.
Right. Okay. The Razor's Edge.
Razor Ramon.
Okay. How about... Oh, hold on.
We got to get the music back on.
How about the 5-star Frog Splash?
That is Eddie Guerrero.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, no. Not that one. He has the regular Frog Splash. 5-star is RVD.
Rob Van Dam. The better of the Van Dams. How about the Mandible Claw?
That is Mankind.
How about the Swanton Bomb? That's
my favorite wrestler, Jeff Hardy.
How about the 3D?
3D, that is Devon Dudley and Bubba Dudley. The Devon boys.
Bubba,
the Dudley boys.
Bubba.
Ray Dudley.
There we go. Okay, thank you. The Bronco Buster.
That is X-Pac.
Oh, wow, he got it. That's all I got.
Let's go.
Wow, you 100 for 100.
I grew up a wrestling fan.
This
so
is what I was saying. You just needed something more up your alley. So
I feel like if I got one of those wrong, like I couldn't say I was a professional wrestler.
I know. I was a little concerned for a couple of those, but
my mom also brought this up. My nephew is also named Asher. So
oh, hey.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So yeah.
What do you think about other people having your name?
Weird.
Yeah, me too. That is kind of weird. I haven't met a whole lot of Evans out there. Did you know that? So my first name is Evan.
Okay.
My last name is, of course, Stone.
Stone.
That Evan in Hebrew means stone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So just rocking a Stone. That's my name.
Actually, because I mentioned this to my parents. Apparently, my name, I can't remember exactly what language, but I'm sorry.
I think it means happiness.
Hold on. That's your name. What does Asher mean?
Happiness.
Asher means happiness.
Okay.
Yep.
I've heard that my name in one language means stone. So yeah, or stone or like rock, that type of thing.
Well, that's my thing.
That's
can't
your
have
thing.
It.
Yeah, I can't.
Can't have it. Yeah. No. Good job. Hey, I'm so much more proud of you because you knocked that out of the park. And I was a little worried that if you couldn't redeem yourself in your category,
gotta
we were gonna
get
have
him out of
issues.
there.
Hold on.
Okay.
Evan, in my class, I mean, not in my class, but in my school in the same grade, there's also a person named Evan, like the Evan here.
Yeah, we're raising them up in the next generation.
We are.
To get things right.
That's
so
good.
That's what we do.
And I promise you, we will smash.
Yeah, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna get it happening. Yesterday, we had a draft.
Okay.
Pierce, you were not here.
I was not here.
You were not here. We had a draft of iconic games, just some of the best games. And Quintern, the intern, was here. Isaac from Champagne Room was here. And we drafted iconic games. Quinn took, with the first overall pick, the 2016 Cubs Game 7, Bears-Packers wild card game. Great game.
Great game.
Illini, Iowa Elite 8. That's kind of a personal, local, sure. Pats Eagles Super Bowl with the Philly special. The 2023 World Baseball Classic where Shohei strikes out Mike Trout.
I was wondering if it was that game.
Yep. And then Isaac took Miracle on Ice, which is great. The 2016 NBA Finals, the LeBron chase down block. 1998 Finals, the MJ, the shove, some people might call it, the push off. It was not. The Iron Bowl, Kick Six. And then North Carolina Nova national title game in 2016 with Chris Jenkins hitting the buzzer beater. Don't say, oh, yeah. You don't know who that is. Okay,
Chris Jenkins.
Do you know who that is?
For the championship.
Oh, yeah. Listen, but you can't tell me who Duke's coach is? Oh, my gosh.
I know some iconic moments.
Whatever. My man. So then I took the World Series Game 6, 2011, the David Freese walk-off Illinois, Arizona in 2005, the 15-point comeback. Giants, Pats in 2007, the undefeated, unbeatable New England Patriots go down to some guy named Eli Manning and David Tyree. 28-3, Pats, Atlanta. The Patriots make the comeback against Matt Ryan. And then USC, Texas, national championship, the Rose Bowl in 2006, which I have said is quite possibly the greatest game that has ever been played in any sport. Love that game. Those were the picks that we had. We've had a lot of votes coming in right now on X, the old Twitter machine. I've got a pretty good lead right now, 46%. Isaac's coming in at 36%. Quinn bringing up the rear at 16%. I appreciate Quinn because she just does not care about winning.
I will say, Cubs 16 Game 7 was a perfect number 1 overall pick.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's probably...
Well, she immediately, once again, so she won the first spin, and immediately she was like, first pick.
First pick.
I want the first pick.
Okay.
And I think I knew where she was headed with this. But, yeah, she jumped on that real fast. And then Isaac was like, whoa, I wasn't going, okay, that's good. I wasn't necessarily going local, but that's a good one. And then he took Miracle on Ice, and then I was off to the have you read the text line?
Some of it.
Okay, well, yeah. Chris, I would love to ask him that, but he can see that. So who's the Camel Clutch?
Camel Clutch, that is Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah, it's right there in the text message. Okay, if you want to send in wrestling moves to try and trick Pierce the Fierce, please don't send the answer in the text because then I can't tell if he's honestly answering or not. So those are the votes from yesterday. My wife just texted in. Yesterday she said, I vote for Isaac, but she said I need to change my vote from yesterday. I misheard. I changed my vote from Isaac to Quinn. What the heck? Still not me.
Evan, listen. Have you seen the Cubs game recently?
No.
It's 23-3.
Oh my gosh.
It is a slaughter. Like,
well,
like it is.
You
bad.
know, sometimes we just when we score 20, when we put a team in the Dub Club, you get to listen to Go Cubs Go.
Can I say, Dansby Swanson, he won't be able to do it, but he was 1 home run away from complete the home run cycle, which is you get a solo shot, 2-run home run, 3-run home run, and 4-run home run.
What?
He has a solo shot, 3-run, and a grand slam. If he got a 2-run home run, he'd be the first person to ever complete the home run cycle.
I was about to say, has that ever happened?
In the minors, it has.
It
happened a couple years ago with the Cardinals minors league player, but it hasn't happened in the majors.
Okay.
He's probably the closest to ever do it. So
that would be insane.
My
brain can't even comprehend.
That would be the most accomplished thing.
The
ever.
odds of even being able to have that opportunity is crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, that would easily be that would beat, in my opinion, the two grand slam in 1 inning by Fernando Tatis.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's pretty crazy. Chris has got one for us. Who did the finisher called the whoopee cushion?
Oh gosh, my gosh.
To be fair, I don't know the answer to this one.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember this one because I've heard it before. Oh gosh.
Are you looking it up right now?
No, legit.
You're looking it up. You're looking it up. Hey, Asher, you can't walk away wearing headphones, bud. They're connected to the thing. Asher, if you had a wrestling finishing move, what would you call your finisher?
I don't know. I'm not really a wrestler guy.
Self-aware. Man, I really like this. This kid is self-aware. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Hey, there are sounds happening in this studio, which is kind of crazy. Bionic elbow.
That is the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Is it?
Yes, it is. He wears polka dots.
Okay. I don't know any of these because I typically, once again, as we're talking earlier, I watch, real sports. I love that you wanted to call it professional and amateur wrestling.
That's what people say.
I feel like that's what WWE wrestlers say to make themselves feel better about. I think if you called anything amateur wrestling, I think people are gonna be a little bit upset.
I think I've heard some people, obviously when it comes to college, they call it college wrestling, and then whatever type of match they're doing or type of style they're doing, they just call it that.
Wow.
Like Greco wrestling, freestyle.
Well, there we go. All right, we're a couple seconds behind. Time for news.
All right.
Well, I appreciate those words. Those words are fantastic. And I just want to say it's an honor to be with you today.
The president dedicating the new library in Medora to a leader he calls a legend and true American hero. Also calling it a time to rediscover the indomitable spirit that built the country.
And all that will ensure America always remains the most exceptional nation on the face of the earth. We're not going to let communists get in our way. We're not going to let anyone get in our way. Not the communists.
This after another Democrat in Congress was ousted by a Democratic socialist challenger in Colorado primaries yesterday. There and in New York, the challengers overcoming controversy on some issues by arguing current lawmakers aren't fighting hard enough for working Americans. New York City has heightened security for multiple America 250 events this weekend and also reportedly for the Taylor Swift-Travis Kelce wedding. A source telling AP it's Friday at Madison Square Garden, though not confirmed by the couple. Earlier today, a proposal atop the Empire State Building where a couple dressed in black climbed the spire, unfurling a banner about the power of love and world peace before apparently getting engaged on the way back down, pausing on a ledge.
The woman is believed to be Angela Nicolau. Her now fiance Yvonne Bierkis. She posted a video on her Instagram from the top of the Empire State Building, encouraging people to watch the whole stunt live on the stream. She and her now fiance, according to her social media account, appeared in a documentary in 2024 following this Russian couple as they scaled skyscrapers around the world.
Fox's Brian Yennis, they were arrested today. America is listening to Fox News.
Point. Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at Metamucil.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Responsibly.
Suspected members of a foreign terror group are facing multiple charges after crimes in 2 states.
The U.S. Department of Justice is now charging 8 people total believed associated with the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua with murders and kidnapping. The cases involve incidents in both Illinois and Texas, according to acting U.S. Attorney Todd Blanche.
The father in Texas should be alive today. His daughter and nephew should have never been kidnapped. The young victim in Chicago should be alive.
Of the 8 indicted, 3 of the suspects are already in U.S. custody facing other charges. A 4th is being held in Colombia. Blanche says they all entered the U.S. illegally during the Biden administration. In Miami, Eben Brown, Fox News.
The first major heat wave of summer is spreading from the Midwest to the eastern U.S., putting more than 200 million people under a heat dome.
More than 160 million are under heat alerts, which are threatening to shatter temperature records and disrupt outdoor plans heading into this July 4th weekend. And this holiday will likely be the hottest 4th in over a decade for parts of the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic, according to Fox Weather.
Fox's Lillian Wu. Major metro areas have emerged emergency plans in effect, including cooling stations and extended public pool hours. The original lead singer of the Village People has died. Victor Willis co-founded the group and co-wrote some of their biggest hits. The Village People announcing his death on Facebook, citing a short but aggressive illness. He was 74. Willis performed dressed as a police officer and had left and rejoined the group more than once. In 2012, winning a landmark case over allowing recording artists and writers to reclaim their work. A weak start to July on Wall Street as the Dow hits new highs, but then finishes lower, down about 14 points. The S&P down 16. The Nasdaq dropping 173. And Lisa Brady, Fox News.
I love our morning routine until the water turns cold.
Maybe the water heater's not a morning person. Upgrade your mornings with a tankless water heater from Land's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Enjoy hot water when you need it, not just when your tank allows it. Renai tankless systems are energy smart, space-saving, and designed for real life. Call Land's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling and make cold showers a thing of the past.
I'm Troy Lands, and you count on my company because you can count on me.
At Busey Wealth Management, we're proud to partner with individuals, families, and foundations, ensuring possibilities become achievements. From preserving and enhancing your assets to securing your legacy for future generations, we're focused on your success. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini, member FDIC.
Fighting Illini football family flex plans are on sale now. Get 3 games bundled under one plan, including home opponents UAB or SIU, Oregon, and Nebraska or Iowa. After selling out season tickets 2 years in a row and the most wins in back-to-back seasons, the Illini are gearing up for an even bigger 2026. Lock in your tickets to the biggest games of the year under one affordable bundle, the Family Flex Plan, at fightingillini.com.
Walker just gave the Cardinals the lead. Home run! Mason Wynn to his feet. He throws. He got
St. Louis, it's time to hit the ballpark. ATL meets STL when the Cardinals take on the Atlanta Braves at Busch Stadium, July 10th through the 12th. Plus, score great weekend giveaways, including a garage shirt and a kid's jersey. Don't miss 3 days of summer baseball, family fun, and Cardinals action. Get your tickets now at cardinals.com/promotions.
Urbana Park District's Crystal Lake Park Family Aquatic Center is open for the season. 7 days a week, you can enjoy the outdoor pool with lap swim lanes, water slide, and lots of fun things to do. Admission is $9 for residents, $13 for non-residents, and children 3 and under are free. Swim Tuesday for a discounted admission. Call 367-1544 for details about Crystal Lake Park Family Aquatic Center, or learn more at urbanaparks.org.
Everyone knows that when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 for PDR Automotive. But did you also know that if you don't have a key and you need it to run, call 367-9481. PDR now performs key cutting with programming. PDR also performs module cloning. Cloning makes that module plug and play, in many cases allowing you to utilize a used module where a new module is no longer available or very expensive. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Welcome back. It is The Drive. Evan Stone here. Pierce in the room.
I am also here, yes.
Curtis not here. You know, anytime I'm not here, I catch a lot of crap about where I could be. Oh, I bet he's not actually on vacation. Oh, he's not actually, officiating a wedding. He's probably sitting with his feet kicked up and watching soccer. What do we think Curtis is doing right now?
He's probably just relaxing.
Well, he's probably smoking some meat.
Probably.
Smoking meat, eating creamies. You know how it goes?
Yeah.
That's we have been told multiple times,
living the life,
from Curtis that creamies, that is what they call ice cream in Vermont. And I'm still not really comfortable with it. But I'm trying to be open to other people and their cultures, and it's the World Cup right now, so really trying to be open and aware as people hang.
Yeah, I mean, World Cup. People gotta keep your mind open for the cultures, but. I know we were talking about World Cup, but Cubs baseball just got done. They won 23-3. It was a complete blowout. An interesting thing that did happen, though, Seiya Suzuki hit his 100th MLB home run. He becomes the fourth Japanese-born player to hit 100 MLB home runs.
Yeah, and I was listening on our sister station, 105.9, where you will not go to listen to the Cubs now because they're done. And right after that, I guess he was tracking a fly ball and it hit off the bricks.
I did see that.
And it bounced off the wall and hit him in the face.
He's been taking some damage out there in right field. Of course, you had that scare a few weeks ago where he misread a ball and he tried to come back and get it, and he kind of tweaked his knee or tweaked his ankle. So I mean. It very, very little nerve-wracking for a player of Seiya Suzuki's caliber, especially because he's a player that you're gonna want to keep out there. Do you think that the Cubs, maybe to keep his health, maybe move him to DH and have someone like Matt Shaw if he's healthy?
I was about to say everyone's hurt right now.
Yeah, that's the problem, is that everyone's kind of hurt right now.
Who's not hurt, as far as I know, is the one, the only from Herd at Sports, Ravi Lula, who's on the phone line, the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line with us. Ravi, how we doing? Are you out of the dealership?
I am. We're out of the car dealership. We're back home. We're doing good. And I'll just say, it's bad when your starting outfielders have injuries that sound like they were playing slow pitch softball, and you're just hit off the brick, and he it hit him in the face, and he pulled a hammy. That's some slow pitch softball stuff, man. We can't be doing that in the majors.
Yeah, I have heard, and I'd be interested on our Max Twin City Recycling text line, 217-359-2255, because we have a lot of, we are the home station of the St. Louis Cardinals. So a lot of Cardinals fans listen here. I've heard a lot of people who really don't like Wrigley Field and the Ivy, and it doesn't make sense to them of how that's even a thing. So, for example, today, the Padres hit a routine single. It goes under PCA's glove. It rolls out to the wall, and because it kind of goes under the ivy, they just throw their hands up, and it's a ground rule double. Any other stadium, that's like an inside the park home run.
Well, it kind of just depends on, it's the stadium's rules based off the, I can't.
But that's what they're saying is because it's ivy, that's crazy. So, Ravi, as a non-biased participant, fan or not a fan of the ivy?
So it's an iconic look, but practically speaking, it's very, very bad. It is it's not just even the, throw your hands up, which is kind of ridiculous. It's hey, could we just continue playing baseball here? That'd be fantastic. The part that bothers me is it's just basically leaves covering a brick wall.
Yeah, it's not very safe.
Every other stadium, there's quite a bit of padding on those walls so people don't die.
Yeah.
Which is positive in sports. We want people to survive the games. And that's not the best. Having people run straight into a brick wall is not the best solution for that. So that's more my issue. But in terms of just the aesthetics of it, it's great. If I were an outfielder, I'll be honest, I'd let a lot of baseballs bounce off that wall rather than running headlong into it.
Yeah, Ravi, I don't mean to interrupt you, but go! Senegal drops another one. They are up 2-0 on Belgium. And I'm telling you right now, it is a runaway train, and Belgium looks awful. They do not look good.
Congo wasn't able to hold on against England today.
I know that was a bit of a buzzkill. That was kind of rough. That would have just been the most glorious thing ever if England would have lost before the 4th of July.
Yeah, it would have been, I think, a very fitting for the 250th anniversary of our country.
Yeah.
To have the English again wet the bed this week, 250 years later, and just what happened here?
Yeah.
Like, wow,
do you know?
Blew it again, guys.
Did
Sorry.
England colonize the Congo? How did that work? That would have been awesome.
I just assume England colonized everyone at some point.
That's a fair
safe
assumption. That's fair.
I still don't understand, not to get all geopolitical on you here, I don't understand how England colonized the entire world looking for spices and failed to use a single one of them ever. Just, I don't know if you ever had, like, English food. It is a tough hang.
Yeah, it's, it is.
We were just doo-doo.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I think English food is all about. I can get down with some good fish and chips in a nice pub, but other than that, when they start talking about blood pudding.
You lose me with the blood pudding and the beans on toast for breakfast. Pass.
Yeah, that's
He needs to check the rule book.
Yeah, that's not allowed. That shouldn't be allowed. So, Rob, what's going on in your sports world right now? You're like, what should we talk about? And I was like, I don't know. We should just figure it out. What's exciting for you? I know we're getting into NBA free agencies, hot and heavy. It's spinning. Baseball's in the dog days right now, just trying to get to the All-Star break. World Cup's going down. What are you guys excited about over on Herd at Sports right now?
Well, you forgot. So the biggest one for me personally, I'm actually supposed to be at Wimbledon right now.
What?
And that didn't work out for various reasons that I won't bore you with. But I'm a huge Wimbledon fan. I love tennis. Wimbledon's one of my favorite things ever. So we're in the first couple days of the Wimbledon tournament here, the championship as they call it over there across the pond. And so I'm very excited about that. Although one of the best Americans lost in the first round, Ben Shelton. So that was a bummer, but been good stuff so far. I'm excited about that. Besides that, I'm very World Cup pilled right now. You know, we're very into the World Cup. I am also I'm keeping an eye on this LeBron James thing. I think there's a chance that he might end up playing with Steph Curry, which I think would officially, can I say the B word on the air?
No, you cannot.
Okay. I think it would officially make him Steph Curry's prison wife in that sense by joining forces with him.
I think that's okay. You can say those words together. I think that's fine. That's allowed.
So that would be fun for me. Also, it would just I love Steph Curry. You know this about me, and so
that's why I wanted to get your vibes on that because I know how much you love Golden State and Steph Curry.
So to be clear, I just love Steph Curry. I love Golden State as a byproduct of loving Steph Curry. I'm not going to claim like a lifelong Warriors fandom. I've loved Steph Curry since Davidson. So like whatever happens with Steph, that's my guy right there. So anything they can do to make themselves competitive this year, I've been very frustrated with basically all of their moves since Kevin Durant left. So that's been a tough 7 years for me in that sense, even though they did win a title in there, but I had to watch Jordan Poole, so that was tough. The key here is anything that would make, even if it's not a championship quality squad, right? I've kind of let that ship sail. I just want to enjoy watching the last couple years of Steph Curry's career, and I do think a LeBron signing would help that. And as long as nothing weird has happened since I've been at the car dealership, I do think that's still on the table. I think that's a real thing that could happen. So I'd be excited about it. I just want them to put as many good players, even if they're going to run up a straight Expendables 3 version of an NBA roster, where it's like, hey, we got Dolph Lundgren. You know what? I'm in. Let's do it. Whatever it takes to make this. I'm not going to pretend like it's a good movie, but it's entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, they got Kristaps Porzingis. That is Dolph Lundgren, isn't it?
It really is. They might be related.
Yeah, they're the same person.
And I promise you, we will smash.
Yeah, I just I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty excited for that. I just want I've been saying this for weeks. I want all the old guys to get together and win another title.
That would be incredible. You have no idea. Like, can you imagine how happy I would be? You know me very well, Evan. How happy I would be personally if not only Steph Curry dragged Kevin Durant to the only titles he's won in his career, but also that's an undisputed fact. He's never won anything else unless he had Steph Curry. He's never even been to the finals unless he had 2 additional future MVPs on his team.
Correct.
With that young OKC team.
Correct.
Kevin Durant's wildly overrated. Really great scorer. Mediocre at winning basketball games.
You know what? I can get on board with that.
It's unequivocally true. He's never won anything without Steph Curry. That's a fact. I would love if I could also make that case for late stage LeBron, that Curry can also drag him to an extra title. That would, I think, unequivocally, all jokes aside, I think that would unequivocally make this the Steph Curry era as opposed to the LeBron era or anything else, which would just make me so very happy. So that's what I'm rooting for. That I'm glad the Anthony Davis thing is quieted down because that's a disaster. I need somebody that's actually going to play basketball games. Which
that would help.
Have a problem. They're going to have a problem with anyway because it's not like old Porzingis is super durable. So that's going to be tough here for us. But if you can get them even like into the like non-play-in games, get them to like a 6 seed, I'll take my chances there with the old guys winning a championship. So that would be absolutely just lovely for me. That's what I'm pulling for at this point.
Yeah, I would probably take it the other way around, that LeBron dragged Steph back to a championship and a title at the end of his career. So that's how I would word it. But tomato, tomato. I think it's all
right. You're not a basketball head like me. It's okay.
Listen, that's unnecessary, and it's totally fine. It's totally fine. Yeah, I think the NBA as we know it next year is going to be so wildly different, with Giannis going to Miami, with now LeBron being wherever, with Cleveland making big moves, Detroit trying to show that they're for real, and they're trying to make some moves. The Lakers are they've already signed like 4 or 5 guys. Like they're already filling that roster.
They're fully in the Luka Doncic era. They paid Austin Reeves like an unreal amount of money. Like they're trying to roll that thing back. They're like, hey, remember when we were in Minneapolis? We're going to build a team that looks like that with Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic. So that's going to be interesting to see how that goes. I'm fast. I'm going to have to do, like every year now with the transfer portal in college football, you kind of have to like go through the Phil Steele magazine and like flip through that thing. You're like, I'm sorry, who's on what team now?
That's
I'm going to even when you keep like we keep up really well, but it's still outside of kind of like Illinois for you and like Nebraska or even just the Big Ten in general for both of us. I'm looking around like this. I'm like, oh yeah, DJ Lagway's at Baylor. You know, like all this crazy stuff, and you're like, wait, when did that happen? I'm gonna have to really dive deep before the NBA season starts and be like, I'm sorry, who's playing where now?
Well, I already have forgotten multiple times that Ja Morant is in Portland. Like they just sent him to purgatory to just hang out up there for the rest of his career, I guess. They're like, which team can he go to that has strict gun laws? Portland.
Honestly, that might be worse for him. Because it seems pretty clear like he's not going to stop with the guns.
Yeah,
so,
it's kind of his thing
him
now.
To, like Dallas or Houston, just to be like, it'll be fine here. Nobody's going to care. As opposed to Portland, if he like points his finger wrong, they'll be like, oh, I don't know about that.
Well, he can always go to
take me to the Balkans, please.
Yeah, I mean he'd be fine there with any sort of weapons he might want. So, Robbie,
the Ja Morant thing's crazy though. You're right.
That's what it is. Hey, we might need to touch base again tomorrow too if you got some time, because this is only the beginning of this conversation. I hope your car's fine. I wish you were at Wimbledon. Hey, hold up. I need you to refresh me because I'm not in this. Did Serena win or is she out?
She lost. She lost in singles. She may have pulled a hammy a little bit. She's
not
still going to try and play doubles with Venus. Yeah, she is like 45, so that's not like stunning.
And hasn't played in years.
She is, I think, still going to try and play. Last I heard, she's still going to try and play doubles with Venus, which would be terrific. But I'm hoping, we're crossing our fingers that she's healthy. And listen, maybe she makes a little U.S. Open run here in a couple months in August. Like, we'll see what happens. I don't think she just came back. Like, it's a whole process, right, with the drug testing and everything to come back. I don't think she came back just for the one-off. So we're crossing our fingers that maybe we see a little bit more Serena before this is all over.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that, Rob. Where can the people find you for more of your spice takes?
Yeah, you can find me on all the social platforms at RALULLA, or you can find Hurrdat Sports at HURRDAT Sports across all platforms, and you'll see all my spicy takes like LeBron belonging to Steph.
Hey, they're meant for each other. That's my take. I just think that's a mutual relationship.
When you hear LeBron talk about Steph after the Olympics, like, he loves that man, and he also knows who's better. Like, he's the only person in the world that he's never been mad at for not passing to him when he's wide open. So I'm just going to put that out there.
Well, yeah, that is it. Hey, I appreciate your time, dude. Tomorrow. Appreciate you, and we'll catch up with you soon.
All right, see you, bud.
That is Ravi Lula, Hurrdat Sports. Catch him on all the socials. We're going to catch a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk probably some more NBA free agency or some NFL. Some crazy stuff happened there. It is The Drive.
Hey, we're looking for a couple of really professional drivers that know the ropes and would like to get a home where they're treated with respect, getting home every weekend, making a good wage, and doing the right thing safely. Yeah.
He's my guy, Rob.
And how would they connect with you for that?
They can get me at TIMO at GFTLOG.com or 765-793-7131 extension 4, or even my cell phone right now, 765-505-1295.
And then for dedicated diesel off Route 45 on Triumph Drive, as you're driving toward Rantoul on the left-hand side, you'll find dedicated diesel. What do you offer there?
Hey, we've got a couple of good mechanics and trailer mechanic and tractor mechanic right now. We're doing DOT annual inspections, trailer repair, truck repair, just whatever you need, we can take care of.
Wow, that's really nice to know, because, we have to drive into some other cities. Not convenient. You can't get all that done here in Urbana at dedicated diesel.
This is Amanda with Cast Iron Pub. There's always something happening in downtown Tuscola. If you're looking for delicious pub burgers, hand-cut steaks, wings, sandwiches, and chef-inspired specials you won't find anywhere else. Pair with 10 rotating draft beers or seasonal cocktails. Then stick around for Wednesday trivia, music bingo, and the Summer Sunday live music series. Great food, cold drinks, and an atmosphere you'll love. Make Cast Iron Pub your next destination in downtown Tuscola. You can find us online at castironpub.biz and Facebook at Cast Iron Pub.
Hey golf cart shoppers, tired of the same old golf cart shopping experience? Come over to Midwest Carts in Tuscola, Illinois, where customers rave about unbeatable pricing, massive selection, and full service done right. As the largest Denago golf cart dealer in Illinois, they've got premium new models plus 20 to 30 quality used carts ready to roll at any time. And the best part? Free delivery on new carts anywhere in Illinois or Indiana. Midwest Carts, Tuscola, Illinois. Find them at mwcarts.com.
Looking for something truly
3-minute stations, 3 minutes to your next Fox News 3030.
Meets modern style. With over 100 vendors and consigners across 16,000 square feet, you'll find antiques, collectibles, home decor, and one-of-a-kind furniture you won't see anywhere else. It's bright, clean, organized, and surprisingly affordable. From timeless treasures to seasonal finds, there's always something new waiting for you. Come explore Sweet Petunia in the Tuscola Mall. Your next favorite piece is already here.
Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Check. Is this on? Is my mic hot?
At least you didn't say anything bad.
I said no. No. That's where having good character comes in. And I'm a good man. Hey, welcome back to The Drive. Evan Stone here, Curtis Allen gone, Pierce the Fear sitting to my left and to my right. I'm excited for this. One of my good friends jumping in studio to talk whatever comes to mind sports-wise. My good buddy TJ, how we doing, man?
Good, man. How you doing?
Hey, listen, we're here to not be perfect, but just to,
And I promise you, we will smash.
That's it. That's all we do. That's all we do around here. So, what's that? I want to get some breakdowns here real quick, TJ, because remind me. First of all, you had some facial expressions when Rav was talking about LeBron.
Yes, that was crazy.
So you're a LeBron guy. Like LeBron's the guy.
I'm a LeBron guy, but I love NBA as well too. But Steph has never owned Bron.
Steph's been on better teams.
Yeah,
collective, right?
Better shooting.
What do you want to see LeBron do as he steps into this next part of his career?
Yeah, with the last year coming in, I mean, he has options. Of course, retire is a huge option. But you know how LeBron is. He's pretty, he's a drama queen, so he's going to go out with a bang. I've heard
it's
that.
True.
I've
it's
heard
true.
They're having like a documentary they're going to film this season coming up.
Oh yeah.
With Bron, I think he can make a splash in different ways. I think he can surprise people and go back home, go back to Cleveland and win one more title or get one last run in. You see he chose not to go back to the Lakers, which I think was the best option for him because it was pretty much no growth going forward with Luka being in that number one role. But he could shock a lot of people. He can go to the Timberwolves and join that young group.
Yeah.
He could do that.
That was a surprise team that I saw pop up, kind of a dark horse team yesterday. Yeah. The idea of him going with Ant, with LaMelo, with, of course, Ayo and Terrence. And that is a team that they kind of got rid of all their big guys.
All right.
And now they're guard heavy. And I still think they need kind of
power forward center type.
Yeah.
Somebody that can, give you that explosive, being in the paint. So
yeah, they need something. So if we're looking at Cleveland, Minnesota, Miami, Golden State, of those teams, what are you thinking? Not what you think will happen. Where would you like to see LeBron play his last year, 2 years?
As a fan, I would like to see him play with Steph to get the championship. But that doesn't mean that Steph is going to, he's younger than, Bron. So it doesn't mean he's that guy, but that is his house. I would like to see them play together. I think they can win, a championship together, but it's only right to finish home, back in Akron. It just it makes sense. Go out, try to get you a championship with a young group. You got Harden over there. You got Mitchell over there. I mean, it makes sense. Both of those guys are trying to win, and they're trying to get over that hump from the Knicks.
I think the only one that is a bad story that I wouldn't necessarily like is going back to Miami.
Yeah, no, let Giannis try to get his.
Yeah, I don't need Bron and Giannis to team up there. However, you're right. Going to play with Steph, like even just the bit of the thing, like that's awesome. That'd be so much fun. Going back home to Cleveland obviously is a fairy tale.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see, Donovan Mitchell get something.
Yeah, I mean, being honest with you, Donovan
I'm fine
Mitchell,
with James Harden not getting anything, but it's whatever. But
yeah.
That could be fun. And then obviously like bringing a title to Minnesota, that'd be cool. I mean, because Ayo and TJ would get one as well. So, that'd be good. Now, if we look NFL, just go ahead and tell the people who's your team.
Oh, Baltimore Ravens, no lie.
Okay, so now Baltimore is in a weird spot.
Yeah.
Where Harbaugh's gone, but they still have a great team, but now a completely different leadership on top of that great team. Are they good this year? Not good this year? Middle of the pack? Are they going to win the North? Like, what does that look like?
While healthy, we'll win the division, no doubt. I think, you still got so many great weapons. Derrick Henry, he's still a beast. We still got vets. On the defensive side, I think we're going to be more aggressive. Our receivers are getting better. And then these guys have been playing together for the last few years. And I understand we have a new coach. Well, this coach used to coach with the Ravens at one point in time. So he is a new face in a way. But with the new offensive coordinator coming in, I think he's going to bring a lot of excitement to this group.
I don't know. Like, it's still Lamar is Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Derek is Derek.
Mm-hmm.
But can he still be Derek? How long does a running back like that, still get? Which he still had a great year last year.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. What's the word I want to say? Like, dimmed a little bit because of how great the year before it was. That I think you then were like, oh, it's a step back. But no, that 2 years ago was just an incredible season. His first year in Baltimore. But how long can a bell horse back like that, who's just got speed but is also just massive, play in the NFL at a high level? He's doing it better than maybe anyone else in his style has. Maybe Adrian Peterson, but how long can he keep going?
I would say off of last year. I think last year was kind of a down year by dropping the ball, multiple times in the first few games. I think the way he take care of his body and his diet and all those things, I think he probably can give you another good solid 2, maybe 3. I don't want to push 3.
Yeah.
But I think this has to be his year to try to get that ring.
Well, what's the Baltimore window? That's a good question too. You've paid Lamar. Mm-hmm. He's got his deal. What is the window for Baltimore to get that ring?
A lot of people think the window closed after the last couple of years. They thought last year was supposed to be the year that we were supposed to get it all. I think that Harbaugh he kind of ran out of gas. I think we bringing in some younger guys that go make it a little bit more exciting. So I'll probably give us another 2 years. 2 years, and if we don't get it in 2 years, now we gotta talk.
Well, and Lamar was banged up quite a bit last year. Missed a lot of games.
Yeah.
But I would say probably that window's closed. No offense. Pierce?
You were talking about Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Do you think he breaks the record for rushing yards in a career? He's currently number 10. He's at 13,018. And Emmitt Smith currently holds it with 18,355. Because I saw people talking about this. They're saying if he gets about 1,000 yards, he would have to play for still a few more seasons, and he would have to still have really good pretty good or decent seasons at least, for him to do that. Do you think he could do that? Because if he can continue to have, because he's entering, I believe, year 10. Am I correct on that? He's entering year 10, and he would have to play roughly, it would say, about 5 more seasons of that. And if you compare that with Emmitt Smith had to get his total in 14 years. So do you think if he could continue this level of play that he's been at, do you think he could possibly get that? Or do you think he's going to at least get in like the top 5?
I think he can get close to the top 5. I don't think nobody's touching Emmitt's record. Emmitt also had one of the best offensive lines that ever, been in the NFL. So, he had one of the greatest teams, with Michael Irvin been on the outside, all these dogs. So it kind of took a lot of, away from the run. People try to focus on other things so Emmitt can get that record. I don't think that with Derrick's style play, I don't see that happening. He's already kind of slowly breaking down a little bit. So I don't think he'll get close, but nah.
But I feel like with Derrick, because I feel like we have this conversation every year with Derrick Henry. We've had this conversation for like the past 3 years with Derrick Henry, like, but he's getting about that age where, running backs start to fall off and he just continues to keep going and going and going. It's like, when does that, mark hit where he finally starts slowing down and he finally starts showing his age? Because, like I've said, I've been hearing this conversation about Derrick Henry for like years now about like, oh, this year is going to be the year he finally breaks down. He finally starts showing, that running back age that normally happens, but he just hasn't done that yet.
Right.
He's had a little bit of down years, but even a down year for him is career years for other guys,
Yeah.
So, like, I think the question is, like, how long until we really do see that age catching up with him?
I see it coming, around this year or next year. I think he has to win now. Because if he don't, he's gonna break down quick. The average years of like a running back is like 5 years, 4 or 5 years, something like that. So what he's doing right now is awesome. I mean, we also just seen Saquon Barkley have a down year after, having a career year and winning the Super Bowl. It's very hard for a running back to, really get after it after, 9-10 years.
What did Saquon run for last year, and what did Derek run for last year? Look those
check
up.
that out real quick.
And I'm looking at a lot of that. I would agree. I don't think Derek's gonna touch Emmett because I don't think he has. By my math, you said that was about 5,000 yards, right?
If he were to play for the next 5 years, which if he were to play about the same time as Emmitt Smith, he would be that's about the same amount of time. He would just need 1,000 yards each year.
Yeah.
Who's the greatest running back to ever play the game?
My favorite running back, or are we talking about statistics?
Well, I mean, both.
Okay.
Who's your favorite that you've liked watching?
AP. Adrian Peterson.
All day.
Not even close.
Yeah, I mean, he was a freak.
He was a monster. I mean, if he didn't have a few of his little situations happen while in the NFL, like he would have broke everybody's record. It was just no doubt.
If he wasn't having his kid, go get that switch.
Come on now.
I mean, he would have broken a lot of records, but unfortunately, he went the Jackson 5 route.
Yeah, he believed in the BTA route.
Yeah, he was. That was it. So yeah, I like watching him play. I've always got a little bit of a hard spot in my heart for Adrian though, because I was a pretty diehard Brett Favre fan. Yeah. And he kept fumbling in that freaking playoff run when Brett had the season of his life with the Vikings. Yeah. And, in New Orleans, he fumbled like 2 times. Yeah. And that lost me. You got some numbers over there?
I do got some numbers. Derrick Henry, last season, 1595.
See, that's a great year.
That's
a great year.
But it was a down year because he had 2,000 the year before, right?
And how many fumbles did he have?
He did have 4. He did have 4 fumbles.
Like the first 4 games.
Yes, a lot of it was the first couple games. I think the thing that's going to be interesting is the attempts. He had 307 attempts. That is the main. And whenever you look at running backs, the main thing you look at is the number of attempts they have, because that is normally how you can indicate if they're going to if there's a higher probability of them having a bad year. Because the reason why Saquon, a lot of people theorize the reason why Saquon had a down year last year when he had a career year the year before is because, one, teams started preparing for him. You got to prepare for Saquon. But 2, that's just hard for the human body to deal with. Even if you're training every single day to prepare for the grueling take that a running back has, if you have an insane number of attempts, that the human body, the toughness is just gonna.
What'd Saquon have?
So this year, let me quickly check. This year, Saquon had 280. I can look at the year before.
Yardage.
Oh, he had 1,140.
So he had 1,100 yards. Yeah. Which, I mean, when we're looking at both of them, and we're like, down years, they were still 1,000-yard rushers on what should have been playoff teams.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. So I want to get into this a little bit because Matt and Sydney's got a couple of names that he throws out there that I want to talk about this. We're going to catch a quick break because I'm looking at the clock and I think I'm doing this right. So when we come back, greatest running backs of all time, and I think my opinion is starting to change. It is The Drive.
JT Barnhart, president of OSF Healthcare Sacred Heart Medical Center.
Senior adults that are struggling with behavioral health issues, what resources do they have? We're really committed to that service. Such a need in every community, behavioral health. So we felt like we had a unique opportunity to really serve the patients struggling with mental health crisis and issues. And so the first unit that we're going to open in July is going to be geared towards senior adults. We call it a geriatric psych unit. It's going to have 16 beds, programs, group therapy, memory care.
Visit osfhealthcare.org.
Fighting Illini football family flex plans are on sale now. Get 3 games bundled under one plan, including home opponents UAB or SIU, Oregon, and Nebraska or Iowa. After selling out season tickets 2 years in a row and the most wins in back-to-back seasons, the Illini are gearing up for an even bigger 2026. Lock in your tickets to the biggest games of the year under one affordable bundle, the Family Flex Plan, at fightingillini.com.
Sarah Champagne managing partner Ben Quattrone on why integrity is important at Sarah.
We hire the person. The person makes the deal. The person makes the department. The person makes everyone around them treat people with courtesy and respect. If you have a quality human being, you can play any position, right? We're talking about sports. They can perform in any department, and I could teach someone a job, but I can't teach them to be a good person.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
This week, it's the one sale pet lovers can't afford to miss. The Pet-tastic Flooring Event at Carpet Weaver's Flooring and Furniture Gallery. First, get a free labor credit on every carpet and floor. Get a $50 labor credit for every 100 feet you buy. Plus, get up to a $1,000 rebate on select Shaw floors, including the Pet Perfect carpet and flooring collections. Ask how you can get free accessories or area rugs with your furniture purchase and buy it all with 2 years financing. The Pet-tastic Flooring Event is going on now at Carpet Weaver's Flooring and Furniture Gallery. Iron Horse Golf Course in Tuscola. Enjoy the new summer special on Tuesdays and Thursdays between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. as you say the secret code Radio Rocks to get a $35 round, including your cart. Check out all the improvements at Iron Horse Golf Course in Tuscola, a great event space for receptions, reunions, and parties. Free carts on Mondays. 2000 Iron Horse Drive in Tuscola. Call the Pro Shop for details. 217-253-6644.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Welcome back. We got a little bit of a conversation starting in here, which I feel like this is one of those things where it's like, okay, can we actually talk about this? Can we actually know this? The greatest running back of all time. I think if we look at Mount Rushmores of running backs, we would have, I'm assuming, 2 or 3 of the same guys on our Mount Rushmore. But maybe I shouldn't assume. I had said before going out, I'd always had an opinion, and I think my opinion might have changed because I have always said sweetness. I have always said Walter Payton, Walter Payton, Walter Payton, Walter Payton, Walter Payton. I think I am now shifting to Mr. Barry Sanders. I think Barry might have it. I think he might be, as I look at the full package, at who the running backs are, at what they did. I still think it's close. I could probably be persuaded one way or the other again and again and again. But man, Barry was he was untouchable. Like you couldn't tackle him. You couldn't, they could have put flags on him.
Yeah.
They weren't pulling his flag. They weren't two-hand touching him. They were diving at his feet as he was running into the end zone, and he got screwed by being in Detroit for his career.
Yeah.
So if you had, Mount Rushmore, 4 running backs.
4 running backs.
4 running backs. Who's your Mount Rushmore? I'm gonna put
not in order.
Not in order. Yeah. We're not doing order. Just your 4. Pierce, you got some too.
I got some. I got them.
You got some too? Okay,
I'm
cool.
ready.
You can go first.
Oh, you want me to go
Yeah,
first?
go first. Yeah. Give DJ a minute
name all
to
the
think.
4, or are we like just naming all the 4 at once?
Just name your 4. Yeah.
My 4, like my favorite, or who I think is all time.
Yes. Why are we making this so complicated?
Okay,
Just your time.
If we were to go favorites, I got to go LT, Adrian Peterson, and then Frank Gore, and then Marshawn Lynch. Those are my favorites. Now, I don't think they're the best, but those are my favorites.
Okay.
What the hell?
Okay. I was a little bit shocked at some of those. Let's go. If you're going greatest.
Oh, greatest? Okay, then I got to go Walter Payton, Barry Sanders. I'm still going Adrian Peterson.
Okay.
I still think. And then just because he's the leader, Emmitt Smith.
Okay, hold on. Pause.
Go!
Belgium brings one back. It is 2-1 Senegal in the 87th minute. Can Belgium complete the comeback? We've had 27 goals after the 90th minute. Can they get another one and take this into extra time? Winner of this plays the winner of USA, Bosnia and Herzegovina later on tonight. So, Romelu Lukaku, it's his 92nd goal in 130 international appearances. That's pretty crazy. Okay, so you went Walter, you went Adrian, you went Emmett, and who?
Walter, Adrian, Emmett, and then Barry.
Okay. TJ, you want me to go or you got something?
You go ahead.
I'm gonna go Walter. Okay. I'm gonna go Barry. Obviously, those are my 1-2 punch. I'm gonna put Jim Brown in the mix. I like Jim Brown, and then I do think people sleep on LaDainian quite often.
They really do.
LaDainian Tomlinson might be my 4 on that mountain.
Yeah.
So give me Walter, give me Barry, give me Jim, give me LT. TJ, you're up.
Gotta go Barry. I gotta go Sweetness. I want to say Jim Brown because he was kind of like that first one, that real dog.
Yep.
But man, I gotta go LaDainian over him. I gotta go LT, man.
Okay.
And then I gotta go AP. I can't leave him out of the top
Okay,
5.
so you both have. Oh my goodness, go! Belgium brings it back. It is now 2-2. Senegal and Belgium are tied in the 89th minute. Oh my goodness. Who wants to play the United States of America or Bosnia-Herzegovina? We are now tied in the 89th minute. Everybody's on side as they look at it one more time. We're looking at extra time in Belgium-Senegal. And this has been Senegal, which just dominated this entire game. They've had the ball. They had all the shots. Belgium hasn't been able to get anything on goal. And now in a span of 3 minutes, Belgium ties it up. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna catch my breath here real quick. We're gonna take a quick break because we got one more break in here. We went long in the last section, but we got one more break in here. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna read some of our text on the text line because there's some good stuff. It is The Drive.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
America's 250th birthday on the 4th of July with a 5K at 9:05 a.m. The big parade begins at 11:05 a.m. and the evening program has music from Captain Rat and the Blind Rivets from 6 till 9 p.m. The fireworks near the State Farm Center will be synchronized with a patriotic soundtrack at 9:15 p.m. The city of Champaign, Kraft Heinz, and the team at Stevie J Broadcasting are celebrating 250 years of freedom. Get details at july4th.net.
Big job? Small job? One call does it all with United Rentals in Urbana. With the largest rental fleet in North America, United Rentals has the equipment, tools, and specialty divisions to keep your project moving. Need to buy instead? United Rentals sells new and used equipment, plus offers operator training and a wide variety of machines. United Rentals also inspects and repairs customer-owned equipment. United Rentals helps you get the job done safely, efficiently, and on time.
United Rentals, equipment, expertise, solutions.
When the clouds part ways and the storm subsides, you take your first sigh of relief. You're okay. Unfortunately, you must now face the aftermath. The damage caused by tornadoes and severe storms is not only devastating, but costly. In a time of rebuilding, you need someone that's honest, reliable, and most importantly, affordable.
Call the pros at the Dillman Brothers Roofing, Siding, and Windows. Visit DillmanBrothers.com.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Woo! All right, well, Belgium's got a corner in the 92nd minute. Nothing really comes from it. Whoa, man, this game's getting wild. Belgium's got full court press on right now, trying to get into the round of 16. My gosh, that's crazy. Matt in Sydney says it's Walter Payton's sweetness, the best ever, or Barry Sanders is right there. Neither one of those ever had a great O-line, and both would just hit you. They were amazing. Yeah, both those guys, their offensive. I think that's a fascinating conversation of when you talk about the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Because you brought it up with Emmett.
Yeah.
I mean, Emmett had the best surrounding pieces. But beyond surrounding pieces with Irvin and I almost said Romo, Irvin and Aikman and Moose and all of them.
Yeah. Sanders.
That offensive line was incredible. A top 3 offensive line of all time in the NFL. So that doesn't necessarily take too much away from his greatness, but it is a part of the conversation because when you look at Barry, when you look at Walter, those dudes it was them and no one else.
Yep.
And that was it. And the only reason the Lions ever got to the playoffs was because of Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
And the only reason the Bears ever got to anything slightly successful before that defense took over in 84-85 was because of Walter.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I gotta give it to Barry. Big Dev says Evan made me want to YouTube the old EA Sports presents Cyber Barry Madden 99 commercial. That was the NFL Game Day 98-99 till converting to Madden 2000. But man, was I tempted that year because of that commercial. Yeah, that was crazy. The greatest sports video game commercial of all time, though, is the Mike Vick experience.
That was crazy.
Before Madden, what was that? Madden 2004?
Cheat code.
And they're riding the Mike Vick roller coaster. That was incredible.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Pierce has no idea what we're talking
Dude,
about.
no, I know that one because it's like a ride. He like jukes. It's like, dude, I love that
He's
commercial.
screaming the whole time.
I love old video game commercials.
Yeah. Oh man, TJ, you got a hot take for the NFL this year?
Prayers up for Chris Johnson.
Oh man,
ALS. One of the great. That's one of the sleepers. One of the greatest.
One of the
2K.
Was he the first to get to 2K? No.
Oh, you're talking about from the Titans?
He was the first Titan to get to. Yeah, because Eddie George never got to 2K.
No, Eddie
right?
George never did.
But man, yeah. So if you don't know what we're talking about, Chris Johnson came out yesterday or recently that he's been diagnosed with ALS. And, man, I'm telling you, what season was that where he went off with the Titans? It was like 2007, 2008. Yeah. Pierce, can you look up?
2009.
Oh, man, I was close.
Dude was a dog, man.
He was the cheat code. There we go. Not Carmen and Fisher. I knew there was something. He was the first and only to 2,500.
Yep. The only
That's
one.
it. The only one to get to 2,500. That's just an unbelievable stat. And yeah, he also enjoyed the recreational.
Yep.
And that kind of, I think, probably derailed his career just a little bit from what it could have continued to be. But he was a dog at that point. But yeah, he comes out with his diagnosis of ALS. There's one of his teammates. You looked up who the other guy was.
Tim Shaw.
Tim Shaw also comes out that he's been diagnosed with ALS. And then also crazy in sports today, Calais Campbell comes out, and we see that his mom, her life was tragically taken from her, and his brother, so her son, has been arrested for the act of it. So, I mean, just a wide world of hurt out there. And so, but this is kind of the greatness of sports. They help distract us from a lot of craziness that's going on. 217 Texter says, been a Bears fan my entire life. I love Sweetness, but he wasn't Barry.
No, he wasn't Barry.
And I think it
was different, man.
Yeah. Pierce, you got something?
Huh?
Oh, I thought you raised your hand over there.
No.
You're just fixing your hair.
I feel like both of them, they had their own like uniqueness about them.
Mm-hmm.
Like Barry was just insanely agile, and like I think just watching his old highlights, like he literally looks like a video game character. Like it look like you think like, oh, there's no